Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 from the Cardiff Regional. Today we have Darren Hazelton on the left playing Martell Kraken against Joe on the right playing Night's Watch Wolf. Joe was on the back of his win with Hyper Viper at the Bristol Regional the day before, while Darren Hazelton going the future one week would win the Battle Blackwater Bay. Just checking whether they should start here. This is taken from the Firstorm Games stream, so thank you very much to Firstorm Games for sending it over so that I could bring you these videos. And here we are on setup. We have a Captain's Daughter, a Desert Scavenger, and a Fishmonger with the fiefdoms for the econ location. Against a Messenger Raven, a Steward of the Wall, a Rose Road, a Wildling Scout, and I always get the name wrong, Ygritte, I want to say. Jon Snow's Wildling Girlfriend.
Are you playing all Wildlings?
So she's currently switched on because while there's another Wildling in place, she gets Stealth.
Well, it's all Wildlings. And other cards.
Darren just asking if Joel's playing all Wildlings, and Joel points out there's a few other cards other than just Wildlings he set up, like the Messenger Raven and the Steward of the Wall. Just to point out, this is the video which Darren Hazelton didn't want you to see. So do make sure you see it. So we get Varys' Riddle into an opening you do not normally see anymore, which is Naval Superiority. That blanks any Kingdom Edict, or there is another time I can't remember now, but you don't tend to see that anymore now that there's a lot of summer plots as openers. So it looks like Joe's picked Darren to go first. Darren picks one more gold because of the fiefdom. Get 2 gold if you're going second, get 1 gold if you're going first. So there's a Varys in hand, a Victorian in hand, there's quite a lot of good cards there. This is a very similar deck to which Darren took to UK Nationals last year, obviously updated for the Valor meta and a few other cards. But using the Captain's Daughter, Gaston Grey, Intimidate, and sort of Varys to keep you on your toes. So we have Victorian played out with for 5 gold, and the reduction with the Fishmonger. 1 gold left. I really.
Kind of hoping you'd flip it first.
Darren said he was hoping Joe would flip into here to serve, which is why he opened with Varys' Riddle.
As you can now see.
Well, I'm glad I missed the naval.
What about Spike or something?
Joe saying he thought he might end up hitting heads on spikes, which yeah, will be blanked with naval. We have another Devil Scourge to put out, and Darren's going to set on 1 gold. So we have a we have a what's it, the Ocean Road played out, which is then dealt to reduce ward by 1, and the Captain's Daughter has been stolen. Joe seems pretty happy by that. So now this really limits Darren's options going forward.
Pre-challenge action?
No.
Military?
So the military coming in for Victorian,
Unopposed.
which goes unopposed.
Fine.
Joe will choose and take the Steward at the Wall for claim.
Victorian Greyjoy. Yes, kill spell in the game.
And Darren has forgotten to intimidate.
Unopposed.
And there's a power challenge goes unopposed.
Military.
Unopposed.
Military which goes unopposed.
Okay.
Action which is his Viper's Eyes. Joe opens up his hand and yeah, that's a pretty tasty hand.
Do you have any gold at the moment?
No.
Darren much taking any gold, which is fair enough, because if there was gold, you probably ought to get rid of the Tears of Lease at the moment.
I forgot to intimidate, didn't I?
And Darren's just realised he forgot Intimidate. Darren really taking his time here to think about this. It is a very tough choice. I'm not 100% sure what I would remove.
Best kill spell in the game.
So he gets rid of Tears.
Okay, happy?
Yes.
So yeah, that's
Well, not really.
yeah.
Not much I can do about it.
So the two milks could end up being a problem there.
If there's no other reactions.
And for claim, they take out the
You should have led with intrigue, so I'll do that now.
Unopposed.
the fishmonger's taken. The intrigue comes in.
Should have intimidated Igris.
That's it.
Oh no, I couldn't intimidate Igris. Should have intimidated someone else then.
She can't be now.
Yeah.
We take the orphan is taken. And the power comes in. And Joel is up to 4 power.
Tie for dominance.
It's a tie for dominance.
I've got gold. You've got it. Cool, yep.
Dominance actions.
Joel's considering he'll bring the messenger in back to hand.
Pass.
And he's not. Probably could put him over reserve. As we have seen, his hand's pretty stacked. He probably isn't sure what he'd end up having to discard for reserve. So you can see here, Joel's playing a denial deck, which is using the ward and the white tree and lots of resets instead of the traditional kind of playing Kings of Winter, reducing your gold by 1 and going down that route. Being able to capture the captain's daughter is pretty good here, because if Darren wants to play a I believe it's non-loyal character, then they are a good chance that they're going to go straight back to the top of the deck. I believe it's been a while since I've seen the captain's daughter in play, so I apologise for being a bit fuzzy on that one. But I believe its non-loyal character is put back to the top of the deck. So you're trading the Potoshi into March the Wall.
You first.
That might be the other reason Joe wanted to keep the Messenger Raven, to keep another character on the board. So the Wilding Scout gets marched as well as one of the reducers. And Joel's quite happy. He said Darren can go first. So Darren's going to have a whopping 12 gold here, with one reducer from the Desert Scavenger. Let's see if he can play out something good. I started with the conclusion, I think the Martell, one of the reducer, is probably the best econ reducer, because you can build your plot deck around it fairly easily, and the Martell players have built it. Bar Valor turns, they pretty much always get the choice whether to go first or second. Darren has not, obviously this time he's been unlucky, and most pure Martell decks aren't running trading on the Potoshi. So we play out another Fiefdoms, should be now to get 1 gold, so kind of for a net gain of 1. I think kind of the Greyjaw one's probably the worst one. Why that is not Greyjaw? Every time you go first as a Greyjaw, you gain 2 gold. If you're second, gain 1. I have no idea. So we have another Captain's Daughter played out, and Darren's kind of waiting to see if Joel's going to react. Now you think he's playing out the Captain's Daughter. There's probably something good about to come out, but also Joel's got 2 milks, so Joel might want to fire this now. And then then you can milk Victarion and milk whatever else comes out. Sorry, again, to laugh. I can hear Dan Kane in the background talking about Sea Bitch. Assuming Joel's given some sort of acknowledgement that Darren can continue. looks like we've got Ariane about to hit the board. And now the Captain's Daughter will be triggered. And it is, yes, it's back onto the deck. And a faction card nil. Good to know. And 2 gold is going to be spent on Gaston Grey. So Darren's sitting on 1 gold. That's a lot of gold though, and he's only really added 1 character to the board state. And we have another ward played out catching the other Captain's Daughter. The Underground Volt's played out to get immediately gain 2 gold back. We have a Milk Paid and Victorian. I imagine the Crow Killers are probably going to be played out. They won't be switched on at the moment, but they're not a bad card. Oh, that's quite funny. Yep, indeed the Crow Killers are played out. And Joel's going to sit on 1 gold, and we know he has a copy of Milk of the Poppy in hand. And Darren's got down to 2 characters here, so an intrigue challenge could mean Victorian dies, and a military challenge means the... No, you do the military challenge first to kill the Chud, then do an intrigue challenge to kill Victorian. Darren's in a tough spot here. Darren's weighing up his options here. He hasn't got many ready. He goes in for the military. He's just leaving his board open to be white. And you think all he's probably going to claim is the Captain's Daughter. There's no Intimidate to try and stop. We can't intimidate a group. We can't intimidate one of them. So this is looking pretty bleak. So I ended up playing Joel's deck later on against Joel's deck later on in the tournament, and it's a pretty tough matchup. That you just got to keep fighting through all the resets, all the kind of little things to put you back. He had White Tree from turn 1 and that one from setup on that one, and that was tough. He just had to keep working your way through all the issues that keep popping up. So we have, looks like a military coming in from Victorian. I think it's probably the correct choice. Probably go unopposed and let the Captain's Daughter die here. You've got to imagine if Darren could be considering a Valor next turn if the board state is not well, if his board state's been wiped. He has more econ than Joel, so that's just about. So the only issue is I think Darren's a bit low on cards.
Except for the Captain's Daughters. So of course you had both of them.
Unopposed.
And the military gets unopposed. Is Joel going to take the Captain's Daughter? Yes, he is. So the Captain's Daughter is taken for claim. And we are on to Joel's challenges.
Intrigue.
So interesting, he's opening up the intrigue. I thought you'd open up the military, then do the intrigue and for the tiers to play. But I guess Maybe he doesn't want to put Igret into the challenge. Maybe that's why he's doing it. And also, it looks like Darren's down to about 2 cards in hand. So you take out another card. He's down to 1. He's unopposed, so he's going to Gaston Grey the... interesting choice. He's going to Gaston Grey the Kraken. Joel chose not to... oh, Varys is taking for claim. Joel chose not to Tears there as well. That's an interesting. So we've got a military coming in, which goes unopposed. Which goes to Dev Scavengers. Joel gets Dom.
Thinking on Dom actions.
Joel's thinking about whether he wants to take a Dom action. Worth bringing it back to hand, getting another card. Possibly not, because I think he may march. I'm not 100% sure. So, on to the third plot phase. And it's currently 7-2 in Joel's favour. I should also point out, guys, I do apologise a little bit for the colours here. The colours are a little bit off. I'm not 100% sure. It's just the way it came through. I say it's not my setup, so nothing I can really do about it. Also, if you want to see this video and all the other videos in this series, or the previous video, you can go to there's a playlist this will be part of, which will be the Cardiff Regional 2017. So you can see every game from the round. If you're watching this as I put it up and you want to keep up to date, if you subscribe and hit the notification button every time I post a video for the game for the regional, you will be given a notification. If you're new to the channel, I also do about 4 streams a week with various decks, which you are more than welcome to come along and laugh at some of my mistakes and give you some advice. I've also got the Aldershot Regionals coming up in not too distant future, and as well as a couple other events I'll be attending. So we have first snow of winter into March to the Wall, going back to the game. So it looks like the Messenger Raven will be leaving the play here. So I think Joel's picked Darren to go first. So the Messenger Raven and Victorian are marched. We know Ariane's coming into hand. And that looks like a green blood trader. So Darren can have a board state. It also looks like he does have a Union Made Lord. But obviously the Union Made Lord currently does not have a target to destroy. Darren's quickly having a quick flick through the discard pile. And I think you'll be careful here, because you put Ariane out, she's going to get milked. But at the same time, you put the Union Made Lord out and you can't stop the military. Your board's going to get wiped. So we have 2 gold spent on the Greenblood Trader. Probably makes sense. Try and draw, so you can draw something more useful. Looks like an Orphan and I believe that's a Vengeance Freedia. It is indeed a Vengeance Freedia. I think at this point the Vengeance Freedia is probably the slightly more useful card, and I believe that is what Darren has taken into hand. Yes, it is. So we've got a Vengeance Freedia in hand. And we've got the New May Lord, who doesn't do anything.
5. One more.
So Darren has... Joel's getting 6 gold. He's also got goes to reduce the first out of faction card. I think that's a ranging party he's got in hand there, which would be a pretty good choice right about now. And indeed it is. That is still one of my favourite cards in the game. I think, especially when you got the wall out, the cost effects, the cost effectiveness of that card is just silly. So Darren taking the green blood back to hand. Quite good use for it because he will get to use it again. Darren is doing a power challenge. He almost might as well do this challenge here because worst case scenario, you nil the. He stops a power challenge coming back at him. Best case scenario, he gets unopposed. He'll get a power out of this. You got to expect that he's going to die anyway. So unopposed and claim, making it 6-4. So you've got entry coming from Igret, which goes unopposed. I mean, there's good cards in hand. And Ariane is picked from hand. And I reckon Joe will probably do the power challenge here.
Just ruined me.
And this is a power challenge. And yes, Joe takes dubs. So Joe's currently taking a 10-3 lead. That was quite a big jump there. Quite happy to set the. Quite happy to set the.
Can I keep it?
The New Year Lord on the table.
Ocean Road.
And an Ocean Road's got now interesting because Joe didn't play a limited that turn, so he could have played that Ocean Road. As always, not criticising, just pointing out. Probably forgot I've done it more than one time. And 1, 2, so we got March the Wall played into Retaliation.
Doing it last turn, I thought if you don't have the double march.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk.
I'm going to make you first.
Your pick.
On your Retaliation turn.
Yep, that's fine.
So, Darren has chosen for Joel to go first. Joel's got to choose what to march is. Pretty tough choice at this point. They're both pretty good down good characters.
Yes, if I march and I hit, I look like a genius. And if I do it and you didn't march, and I look like such a moron.
Darren's talking about he almost marched the turn previously to hope he'd hit Joel's march and then wipe the boards. But as you said, you never want to play march, and your opponent doesn't play march in that situation when you think they're going to play march. So interesting, Joel chose AGOT. I think it's probably the right choice. Joel's got 7 gold here, thanks to Rose Road and the Underground Vault.
Ocean Road.
So you got Ocean Road. It's play at Harrenhal. And 3 spent on the Crow Killers. And 1 spent on the Shoot at the Wall. And the Crow Killers are turned on this turn. So, Stark Harrenhal. This is true econ denial. Pretty much the first character. There we go. So it can now be saved. So Darren can at least get. Okay, so Joel contemplating. So the Iron Mines, obviously, Darren can save, but at the same time, I don't think you really want to be saving the. You don't really want to be using it just to marshal the character. Not when there's 2 claim military coming your way. Although obviously we know there is a Vengeance Radio in hand. And Darren is struggling for options here. So we have the Boneway played out. I'm going to set up 4 gold.
Go, green blood.
Any actions?
No.
Intrigue.
So intrigue from the Crow Killers. The thing is, even if Darren chooses to let this go unopposed, he won't be able to get it back because the Crow Killers will be standing. I think Darren also Joel's made the really smart choice here because we've done the military first. It's been really easy to play Vengeance Radio on the military, kill 2 characters, put Joel down to a 1 character situation. So he's going to oppose. Going to react to the Boneway to losing a challenge.
No reactions.
So I assume you might as well use Vengeance Radio on the action to claim at this point.
Claims 2.
It's a claim 2. I have reaction. That's it. It's a claim.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
Yep, so Darren decided to choose Vengeance from the reaction to claim because you might as well. You're losing the card anyway. You might as well get something out of it. And we have a Jegan Hagar and a Tumblestone Knight taken for claim.
Still got that milk in there.
Oh yeah. Military.
So military from the Crow Killers. Don't know about crows, but they're definitely killing a lot of Martells. And the Green Blood Trader's taken for claim. And we have a power challenge. Which underpays in claim, and then looks like Joel takes Dom.
That was the last stamina.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair.
And that is game. So congratulations, Joel. That was very well played.
Like,
Bad luck
I
to
really
Darren.
like characters that-
And come back next time when we go to the top 3, where I believe it's myself versus Ben Hunt in a Ben-off. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and it has been emotional.